Hey guys, HerbQuest here. We're going to call this still image you see the intro backdrop. Couple things I want to point out about this image. By the way, timestamp below if you want to skip this. Firstly, there's my awesome desktop background. Secondly, there is only OSBuddy open. No Twitch, no XSplit, no OBS, no Discord, YouTube, or anything. Only OSBuddy is taking up my CPU right now. Secondly, my internet icon does not have an error message over it. My internet is working properly. It is also 2:15 Eastern Standard Time. Both my accounts were recently just at the Grand Exchange, and I had transferred my Wyvern loot from my alt account to my main account, HerbQuest. I had just made some trades with some people in the Grand Exchange. I traded a Vesta's chain skirt for 350k, and I was attempting to sell a VLS since I had two of them, and I needed some extra money for casts because I was getting ready for Dag King. So I get all my bolts together because my alt account was getting me the bolts over at Wyverns, right? So then I go over to V West to get the little bit of extra construction XP. Don't really think anything of it. Season's pretty dead at this point. No one's really PKing. So I just chuck an inventory of sharks in my inventory. Usually I bring a few Kuan ones too, but I just head over to V West to utilize the basement for the extra XP, and as soon as I step outside the safe zone, I lag a little bit and then connection lost. And as you can see on the mini map there, I have clicked the bank. When I log back in after this disconnect, I was in Falador. Unfortunately, the last death rule is still happening for me, and this is the end of the seasonal. I was hoping to die in an epic glory of like having a clan raid me at Dag Kings and something at least that looked cool, getting specced out in an epic way, but my last two deaths have sucked. Dying to a failed X-Log and now dying to a disconnect, what appears to be some sort of DDoS attack. Whether I'm being personally DDoSed or whether it's an area DDoS, I don't know. Nobody else at the GE seems to have disconnected though, only me. Now I remember I did click on a dodgy link like a while back. Old School had one of those notification things for a live stream. So I went over to check out the Old School live stream, and it sent us to the Old School section rather than the actual Old School live stream. And when I clicked on what I thought was the live stream, it was actually a phishing stream. It was a fake stream, and they had a link down there. And I clicked it, immediately noticed that it was a phishing link, and didn't enter anything in, closed it out, asked on Reddit, hey, I clicked this link, what's the worst that could happen? And they're like, oh, they probably just got your IP, nothing too big. So my IP is probably on a big ass data leak list somewhere, and these guys who, DDoS people, they probably DDoS a shitload of IPs all at the same time. So I'm just gonna get my IP switched because it's free, I think, anyway. I don't know, what do you guys think? Could this have been a world DC, like a server attack? Or does this look more like a personal attack? I didn't lag all day, by the way. But yeah, I did end up losing pretty much everything. I'm pretty demotivated from the rest of the season. No donation could really bring me back this time. I mean, my IP address seems to be compromised, so there's no point in me taking you guys' stuff. I'm just gonna lose it to some shitty DDoSer. And for typical viewers out there, don't feel bad for me. Feel bad about the people who donated to me. Somebody gave me a necklace of anguish earlier. Blunt Blowers gave me a necklace of anguish earlier. He wanted to see me use it. Now he's not going to get to see me use it because this happened. But it's whatever though. I wasn't sure how to like explain this in a video, so I figured I'd just make this like the little intro here. It ended up being like 5 minutes long. I guess this could have been its own video in and of itself, but given the video that you're about to see, it kind of hypes up towards the next video, and I didn't want this to be the next video, so I just stuck this in at the beginning so you guys know. Don't get excited for, you know, the plans that I'm about to discuss in the past. So without further ado, here is the video that was going to be before this one, that the future video of after this turned into the intro for, if that makes any sense at all to you. What I mean is the intro's over, here's the real video from the other day. Hey guys, HerbQuest here with another one from Seasonal Deadman Mode. I'm thinking this will probably be the second to last video. Next video will be my last video. I don't know the result of next video yet. It's either going to be me grinding away and bossing until I get killed, or me grinding away, bossing, and then telling you guys about a giveaway video where I give the rest of my seasonal stuff away after completing the various bossing goals I had. Well, at any rate, starting off, as you see in the background, I did a lot of wyverns and a lot of Gorax. The Gorax purpose was for getting half keys so that I could get some Dragonstone bolts going on, and wyverns getting the Addy bolts, getting the rune bolts for those, you know, the wyvern drops. And the main purpose of this big grind is so that I could make a Dagonoth King's trip. And with me, I am bringing Power Zerk and Iron Q Lucky. But first I want to go over a couple of donations. I don't have footage or screenshots for all of them, but I'd like to point out that Blunt Blowers, just today, before making this video, my most recent donation, gave me a necklace of anguish. So you'll all be seeing me work with that next video. Along with that, Ultraman7 gave me a Trident of the Seas, along with the runes to charge it fully one time. And Power Zerk came in with a nice donation of herb supplies, and his brother Waterworks came in with some more herb lore supplies, which was very cool. Alright, we're getting ready to do some Dagonoth Kings. Let's see how this goes. I'm hoping that my recording doesn't make me lag during this. Alright, there's Supreme right off. That was pretty clutch. And first kill, we get an Archer's Ring. I pass that over to Power Zerk straight off, and then on the second rotation through, we're killing the Mage, and boom, there's a Seer's Ring. And then a couple kills later, in my name, we get another drop. Then after a while of wrecking all three of them with the trio group going on here, they all ran out of supplies over time, and I ended up soloing after so many kills. Unfortunately, I didn't get much else in terms of drops this trip. However, a little while later, I took a break and asked Power Zerk if he wanted to go again. Iron QC Lucky was, he wasn't online, that I think he was passed out by this point, but Power Zerk and I went back and we got a couple more Archer's Rings, and then I needed to take a break at that point because my back was really sore. So I made a batch of brownies, had a whole bunch of those, and then ended up sleeping for roughly 24 hours. So I lost like a day in that, and now I'm back. And I'm like super behind on cap, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cap up and I'm gonna go back to Dagonoth Kings, and I think I might do the Egder's Ruse quest on the alt account, because the alt account has kind of surpassed being a rag ranger. It's a little bit more of a decent range tank now. It's got like 85 defense and 95, almost 96 range, so I think I might send that account over to do Dome and God Wars. Might even toss a DFS on it too for the tank bonus there, and see how that goes. I'm gonna have to do that quest though, so I can get the teleport there. I've been deciding, well, trying to decide whether I should get it on my main or on that account. Because if I get it on my main, then I could do like Bandos and Zami. But I don't think there's really too much point in those bosses. Because sure, if I get BCP or, Bandos Tacits, then yeah, that's awesome and all. But there's Vestas and PvP armor. It's kind of inferior to what already exists. And then for same goes for Zami with the Staff of the Dead. It's mostly used for the damage bonus, and there's Zuriel's staff, and that's got some side perks to it that are really, really nice for the Ancient Spellbook. So Zami and Bandos don't really seem all that awesome. I mean, there's Armadale for the God Sword, but that would be ranged again, so that would be my alt doing that. So it's hard to say really. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna do the quest on my alt. I think that makes the most sense. I've literally just reasoned that right now, so let's do that. As for skills and whatnot, I'm on the top page of the highest scores. I'm like rank 23, I want to say right now. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm not too concerned with it. I could boost up my total level and try and aim for the top 10, but I don't really feel like doing that this season. I mean, I've done that in the past, and yeah, it's a fun little competitive grind, but like I said, I want to stick to bossing, see if I can get some rare drops from these. Unfortunately, when I did my second trip by myself and the other one with Power Zerg, I was recording with OBS and my settings weren't like properly set, let's put it, and I have the wrong file format, and so those videos are pretty much scrapped. I don't have any footage from that. That's why you're just seeing sped up footage of the one Dagonoth King's trip, the first one. So what I'm going to have to do is either figure out a way to make it so that XSplit doesn't make me lag, because the littlest bit of lag can really screw you over on prayer flicking. For like Smoke Devil and a lot of Iron Man content where I'm not prayer flicking, it doesn't really matter too much, and I can leave the recording on for 10 hours at a time for a time lapse. Well, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. When I do time lapses like that big, like the 100-hour Cuirass grind, I'd like reset the recording once every 4 hours, I think. But I don't know what happened. Maybe there was an update or something, but I just can't perfect after half an hour of a recording going on XSplit anymore. It's almost weird. I don't get that with OBS though. And only thing with OBS is I gotta make it record as like an MP4 file. Instead, it's, well, I could actually show you a screenshot of the properties real quick if anyone in the comments can help me on that. So I gotta either make OBS not record as .flv, or I've got to find a way to change .flv to MP4, or find a way to make it so that XSplit doesn't lag, because XSplit is awesome. I like XSplit. It's pretty cool. No complaints except for the lag problem. And the way it lags, I can't play the game when it lags, actually. I don't even think I can do something AFK like Redwoods, because there's just like this huge delay, and it just gets worse and worse, and I keep getting disconnects, and I've narrowed it down to XSplit. It doesn't lag at all when I'm not recording. It doesn't disconnect me from the game randomly when I'm not recording. So, and then OBS, it just downloads or gives me the wrong file for the actual recording, so I'm a little bit screwed there. I used to have a family friend that I used to ask for help on issues like this, but unfortunately I think he's trying to avoid me right now because he's supposed to do some stuff to my dad's computer to make it run a little bit better, but enough about that. Let's go back to a quick recap on the seasonal Deadman Mode goals. I want to get a Berserker ring from Dagonoth Kings. After or before or in the process of getting this Berserker ring, I'm going to slap my DFS on my alt, complete the Egger's Ruse quest, not in that order. I won't slap DFS on it until it's ready for the end goal of Saradomin God Wars, and then if I get an Armadillo crossbow or the Saradomin hilt, in which case I'll try to grind out some other random God Wars bosses, maybe Arma, and complete the God Sword. Maybe. That's only if I get the hilt. And if I get the bow, then I'm going to take that bow, slap it back on Herb Quest along with the DFS, and do one more nice little PK trip to end the season. Maybe even 2 PK trips, I don't even know. If I die, I die. Fuck it, back to the Iron Man, work on Road to Max. If I live, awesome, I'll do a giveaway of some sort. Whoever's still left in the season, let me know. Maybe I'll just give it all to Powerzer. Maybe I'll donate it to Weed Blazers because I think I'll be going with them for the clan. Bellis got at me and told me that one of our guys took 2nd place and that I'm looking forward to a decent split, quote unquote. So if that split comes my way, then I am going to be a permanent member of that clan because I wasn't even aware that they were going to split. And shit, if they're going to faithfully split like that when I wasn't even asking for it, then yeah, they got themselves a perm member right there. And who knows, with a 10K split, maybe I can just buy my dad a new computer. I mean, the guy won 10K. I don't know how much the split's gonna be. I'm honestly expecting like $50-ish, but if it's like near 300-ish, then I could match my dad another 300 and get him a computer from a reputable place on the internet, you know, one of those websites that sells custom built PCs. I got mine from iBuyPower before, and Ironside seems pretty good. All the, you know, RuneScape YouTubers are getting advertised or advertising Ironside, so maybe I'll get one of those special discounts through one of a friend's codes or something. So Dag Kings till B Ring, then Sarah till ACB, then PKing till death. Let me know down in the comments if there are any other bosses you'd like to see me attempt. Maybe I should grab a totem piece and give Skatizo a try. Maybe I should go kill Vedion like I said I was going to 2 or 3 videos ago. Maybe I should, you know, let me know.
Thanks for Prohibition and the war against drugs. Thanks for a country where nobody is allowed to mind his own business. Thanks for a nation of thinks. Yes, thanks for all the memories. All right, let's see your arms. You always were a headache, and you always were a bore. Thanks for the last and greatest betrayal of the last and greatest of human dreams. Thanks, great betrayal, greatest betrayal.
Yes, and a Western lot shady.
betrayal, 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 betrayal. Goddamn sneaking thief. Senses registered everything sharp and clear with a painful intensity of betrayal, sickness. God. Thanks, betrayal, sickness. God. Thanks, betrayal, sickness. Betrayal, sickness. God. Thanks for a God. Thanks for a God. Thanks for a God. Thanks for a betrayal. I can feel the man standing behind me. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Goddamn sneaking thief. Yeah. Put it out on anybody else? Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Come on. What are you doing? Thanks. God. Thanks. What happens when you push them? Every man for himself. Senses registered everything sharp and clear with a painful intensity of betrayal. Sickness. Sharp and clear with a painful intensity. Sharp and clear.